The tip is you can always take clothes off, but you can never put them back on.
I'm clipping that and putting that on the internet.
For a coach, the winter is actually, I prefer it.
Everyone's having a Guinness tonight. How do you navigate that?
We don't have to see your abs at this time of year.
In my head, it was street cred. What's your 5k, mate?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Coming back from that is turmoil for your body.
So you're like a monk?
Well, not really. It's only Coke Zero. It's not that good for you anyway.
Well. Dan.
Right.
Nice to see you again, mate.
And you?
We've got some housekeeping to do this week. I want to jump straight into that before we get into the show today.
Okay.
Do you remember last week when I didn't call you a liar, but I was questioning whether there was shooting in CrossFit?
Oh, yes, you did. I remember this.
You sent me the receipts.
I did.
And
I did post it on Instagram.
You
I
did?
actually had to text Amy and say, okay, I need a picture of you shooting.
Yeah.
She goes, it was rubbish. As in, like, her performance.
Yeah, the picture's class.
It's a good picture, isn't it?
I'm going to put it on the screen for those that are watching. So if you're not watching this podcast and just listening today, it will be on Instagram. So go and have a look because it's actually brilliant. So that's 1-0 to you, mate. I did think you were having me on or you'd been had over.
I believe I don't think it is after that event, but I found that this week she's like leading the World Fitness Games. She's amazing. Yeah, so she's in for like she does well. There's another event in December, I believe. Maybe in October. It might be in Copenhagen. I might be going.
Wow.
I might try and squeeze a little coach's invite.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there, mate, if you can. All right. Well, congratulations. That's amazing work. And, coached by Dan.
Not just me.
Well, you're part of the success, but clearly it's a lot of hard work from her.
Yes. It's always mainly the athlete.
Yes. Perfect. Well, what makes athletes like Amy great is what they do in their off season, in that
definitely.
winter. So for you, I call it your winter laboratory. All those things.
Fair.
I have an image of you kind of pouring the chemicals and you got your white
Dexter's
coat
lab.
on.
Do you remember Dexter's lab back when we were kids? Yeah.
So that's what I've got in my head. I think you're somebody that prides yourself on actually how you come out of that season in ahead of your competition.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say winter's like the most important part.
Absolutely.
Or not just the winter off season, because don't forget, like High Rocks right now is on season.
It's just come in, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's your off season, what you do with it.
Okay. Well, for you specifically though, it is the winter, isn't it?
Yeah, specifically.
And that's that period that we're going into now.
Yeah.
So I want to break it down for people that are listening today then into the pillars, if you like, or however you would characterise it. We liked pillars last time.
We did, like pillars are good, pillars of performance.
So things like training, nutrition, the specific adaptations or changes you make because of conditions, lighting, whatever it is that you do. So I thought I'd let you kind of
go.
Out for, you do such a good job. Unguided.
I guess the big thing with the off season or the winter is the fact that your racing is limited. So let's just say you're a triathlete. Realistically, unless you travel abroad, which has been happening more and more with world athletes, pros, a lot of their seasons now, some of them, if they're not clever, they are from January to December.
Too much.
That's crazy. So like the last triathlons are like somewhere in Qatar in December. Yeah.
Is it ever not hot in Qatar?
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
My thoughts are no. It's always
the World
hot.
Cup's going there, isn't it? So I looked at the temperatures and it's just wild the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's LA next, isn't it? World Cup.
Yes.
Was it not Qatar last time?
No, it was one, but it's way in the future when they won it.
Oh, okay.
So it's always because they're building the infrastructure on the back of winning the bid.
There you go. So effectively, realistically, let's take. We're not pro. A lot of the people who don't listen to this they're not pros. Most aren't pros. Realistically,
we're all pros in our head.
In our heads, yeah.
Don't take it away from us.
Aspiring pros.
Absolutely.
So realistically, a lot of people's off seasons, winters. What are we saying? From October to March.
Yeah.
And there might be a flurry of cross countries, some indoor events if you're a runner. A High Rocks if you want to go and dabble in something else.
You're going to be a rock star.
Yeah. Some duathlons. Duathlons are quite common through the winter. But due to the conditions within Europe, and this is obviously where we live, the weather is adverse, and snow and rain and wind and cold doesn't lend itself well to competing. No. So the season itself is probably only really May to September, which is snapshot of 4 or 5 months. Obviously you're not going to race every month. You might do. So the winter is actually the longest period of training you have uninterrupted. So that alone is there to be utilised.
Yeah.
So you could do bad things and good things with it, because you could overtrain, because you haven't, with races, what comes about are natural ups and downs. So you'll pick a race in 2 months' time, you'll train towards it, and you'll taper off, and then you'll rest after it, and then you go again. So you get this natural sort of build drop through the summer.
Yeah.
But because you're doing that, you're disrupting your training. So you have like this snapshot of 8 weeks of specificity, or 4 weeks of specificity, depending on what's happening. But then you have to come back with fatigue. It could be illness post-race if you're traveling. Events changing in specificity. So let's say you might have already done your A goal for the year, and then you'll move into like an athlete, a coach has done a couple of Ironmans, and now he's got a 70.3 at the end of the season. But because he's quite tired from 2 Ironmans this year, then becoming motivated for a 70.3 is quite hard, because it's a shorter event. But then the idea of then picking up the intensity and building sort of more power and more speed, it's quite tough, because you've got the fatigue from doing 2 Ironmans.
Yeah.
It's quite hard. It'd be like doing 2 marathons and then going, okay, in 5 weeks' time I've got a 10K. So I'm quite tired right now.
And 10K intensity versus marathon intensity.
You've got this amazing efficiency in the capacity, which yields good framework for getting a good 10K, because you've got that amazing efficiency, you know, in this big aerobic base. But actually, the 4 weeks probably isn't long enough, or the 5 weeks isn't long enough, because you've got to almost unravel this fatigue. Whereas in the winter, you know, you sort of like, you have your little off season, you know, you might have a beer, and you might have a mince pie, or you might have a, you know, a bit of a downtime.
Definitely a beer and a mince pie.
Yeah. And then comes motivation, because you're fresh, your mind's fresh. You've spent less like pennies on races, because obviously when racing or training hard, you know, big sessions, big builds to these big A goals, comes like mental fatigue.
I would say so.
Yeah, you know.
Do you not think it's hard when there's not a race date to remain motivated? So I wanted to ask you, what's harder, training for a race date and having the stress and fatigue, or training with no obvious absolute race to attend?
Wow, I guess it depends on who you are, isn't it? Because most people will have an idea of what they want to achieve next year.
And they are working towards that.
So that eventually, yeah, the overarching, like for me, I've got a race in July next year. So everything I do from, well, I say after this month, I've got a few races after this month, then lends itself to that. Even if it's a cross-country race, realistically, yes, that's within the build of that. Okay. The goal is to pick up these bits and, you know, boost this and that and change this.
So all those little races pre-July are part of your training?
For that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are just little pins, you know, along the way.
It's quite a clever way to do it.
Yeah, you just have an overarch. You can throw in flurries of stuff, but like you need a goal.
Must hurt for the people that do just cross country and you beat them. It's just part of your training.
Yeah, that's
that would suck.
We don't tell them though.
That would suck.
Don't wear like a bib on my back.
I'm only training, mate.
I'm tired.
You see my training load this week? Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of people saying I'm just training through this race. You're not. It's still a race. I'll still chill out a couple of days before, so I know I'm fresher. But it isn't my A goal. Okay. You know, it's not my... But it is for some people, and then they will taper into that, and then they will be the best they can be on the day. For me, it's... Well, tomorrow I've got a... It's not a rest day tomorrow. I'm having to chill. I'm going to flip and get back on the bike or something, or go run again, or swim, or... You know, it's not like a race where I'll go, oh, I'm resting now. I've done my A goal, you know.
Yeah, I love that feeling, by the way.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
When you've done it.
Oh, it's so good.
When you got back from Nice, and you were just like, ugh.
No, because I was, but because I was poorly, and I've really, this is like the best I've sound. Sorry for it. I need to apologise for the 3 weeks of
nasally.
Yeah, congestion and coughing.
This was done last 3 weeks.
Quite hard to talk.
We put up with it just for you, mate.
But like, and when I'm better now, and I'm like, oh my God, I was so poor. You know, when you're poorly, you don't realise how poorly you are until you're better.
And then you've taken that for granted before.
And honestly, the last 3 days, the energy I've had has just been like...
Wild.
Yeah, like I've just... My productivity's gone through the roof. I've done like some stuff here and there. And it's like, wow, I feel so much better.
Nice.
So, yes, but that almost guilt-free chilling, isn't it?
Yeah, just straight after.
Now, we obviously sort of moving away from the winter thing, but
we'll come back to that. Yeah,
but that feeling is only made by you. It's manifested by you.
Yeah.
But people won't understand what I'm trying to say. That is the point. But what I'm trying to say is people, like the average person, won't understand that.
It's the end point of all of your work.
Well, it's that fatigue, isn't it? And it's that, and it's that relax. And people who listen to this will all feel that, that rest day, the day after a race, of like, like that block was great or wasn't great. It didn't end up very good. So you're almost frustrated, but you need to relax.
Yep.
Those bits you don't get in the winter. You don't get that fatigue. You don't get that build of that stressful build, and then so you can plan in your build. For a coach, the winter is actually, I prefer it.
You've said this to me a few times.
Yeah, because I can do what I want with athletes. There's no I'm just going to do this 10k. I'm just going to do this high rocks. I'm just going to do this marathon.
Are you calling out your athletes?
No, I'm not calling. This happens, And I encourage racing. Because it's social, and at the end of the day, this is just an expensive hobby for most of us.
Yeah,
it is. I had a friend who's a very good athlete, actually, and he's won loads of world championships at duathlon. And he said to me once, and I actually didn't it's not I didn't believe him, but I didn't comprehend what he meant, because at the time I was like really in, and he was like, "It's just an expensive hobby, Dan." And I'm like, and it hurts a little bit when someone says that, because it is, but it is. It doesn't pay the bills. No, but you can be extremely, that it's just an expensive hobby can be almost a mean comment, but actually it needs more to it. It's like, it's an expensive hobby. You can be extremely passionate about it, but at the end, at the end of the day, you have to step back and breathe and go, it is just an expensive hobby.
I feel really fortunate that I found this hobby.
Yeah, which is good, isn't it?
I love it so much,
and everything that surrounds it, the people, the podcasts, the trainers,
your athletes, and the people around us are amazing. I love all of them.
Yeah, they're great. But yeah, and it's like, it's all of that, isn't it? And Mal, who just did an Ironman in Italy.
Oh yes, yeah.
She's like, so many people who I've just met this year messaged me.
Yeah.
About like
congratulations.
Yeah, and she's like, I just didn't. She was like almost taken back by it.
Yeah,
because she's like not.
Such an achievement.
You get like your close friends who do it, but they don't understand. They don't get it.
Yeah, it feels much more sincere when somebody you don't know, but that moves in the same circles, who can really appreciate just what that is that she did.
Because you feel it, don't you? You feel it, and you understand what she's gone through to get to that finish line, and it's hard, and success or failure, like these people are around, because not everybody can can achieve. It's just not everyone can do that.
That's what makes it special.
Yeah, that's what makes it more important, because they still know the suffering you've gone through to get there. And that's what's the big thing, isn't it? Is that community, and you can be passionate about it. And I guess in the winter, when people aren't doing as much, the average people, they then also don't understand how you're on the turbo or out running in the freezing cold. They're like, why are you even doing this?
Yeah.
But it's the guys that do continue to do this, and I imagine that's why having a coach is almost more important in the winter, because you actually get told what to do where you might not do it normally, or you might end up lost a little bit. Like, I've spent some winters back in the day just doing sort of zone 2 work, because the theory is you build your base in the winter.
Yes,
which is fair enough. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. That might be what you need to do.
Okay.
But the winter for a lot of my guys isn't about that. The winter is about how can we work on those weaknesses and be specific.
Yeah.
So it's about specificity. So I guess the first thing I'd say for the first pillar is like specificity.
Yes.
What is your goal you want to achieve? Like, let's pick me and let's say July. What do I need to do in the winter to be specific, to make sure I make the improvements, so then I can continue to improve towards July?
Yeah.
So it's the winter, it's like being specific. And that's not listening to people around you saying you should do this in the winter. It's like, well, what is your goal next year? Like, do you want to run a marathon fast? Do you want to run a 10k fast? What is the number one goal for next year? I don't know, I want a 5k PB. Okay. Then you actually probably do need to spend a lot of the winter just running, quite a lot.
So for mitochondria, base,
yeah, making yourself strong, spend a lot of time in the gym, do a lot of miles, be smart with yourself, don't go doing threshold reps in the freezing cold in the snow, because your 5k probably isn't until the summer. So if you build this
April, probably the earliest, right?
Yeah, maybe.
April, maybe.
Yeah, April. So you're building this huge base in the winter, and then you're going to start, as the weather gets better, you can start doing all this crazy hard VO2 max work ready for your 5k. But if it isn't that, then it needs to be something different.
Specific.
It needs to be specific.
Get a coach.
Yeah.
Get a coach is the first
thing. Or
thing.
even just a very good friend who isn't going to tell you the wrong things. Someone who can advise you on what you're... Yeah, but I would say be specific. Find your goal for the next year and be specific.
Okay.
And after that follows everything else.
Yes, of course
it follows... Okay, so... The winter brings specificity and then it's like, okay, then it goes, well, what do I need to do to be specific? Like, I'm a big fan. A lot of the time, most of my athletes that I get realistically are looking at marathons already now.
Yeah, you said that's the primary goal. Yeah,
longer distance races, because that's their main goal. That is the main goal of their next year. It's there aren't that many athletes who their main goal is 5k. It's just there isn't.
No, I feel like 5k. So not to say anything about anyone that just does 5k, but for most it's like a vanity thing, isn't it? You kind of want to have it on your Strava as like a fancy thing, but the races you do are normally longer than that.
I think it's maybe a slightly younger thing. Like it's you focus it more on your early days.
In my head it was street cred. What's your 5k, mate?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you say this, but it is still probably like the most watched race in the Olympics, isn't it? The 5k.
Is it really? I mean,
yeah, that or the 10k.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
And then the 100 meters probably.
The 100 meters for me is the one I look forward to. Yeah.
400, 5k, 10k.
All those sprints I love.
Yeah.
Because I'm a natural.
So a lot of my time with my guys in the winter is spent doing a lot of VO2 max work. Like pushing their...
How do you adapt it though? Because some of the questions that we got submitted this week were around the specific challenges that winter brings weather-wise, right?
Okay, yeah.
So darkness, coldness, wetness, snowness is not a word, but you know where I'm going.
Yeah.
How are you adapting to that? Because when a coach stands golden rules...
Just don't get cold or wet. Or
do you know what I mean?
I guess truthfully, it's trying to build like ways to deal with that. So if it's cold, it's literally buy clothes to keep you warm. Go out the house too warm.
Revolutionary there, Dan.
The tip is you can always take clothes off, but you can never put them back on.
I'm clipping that and putting that on the internet. That's staying online forever.
But you can always, if you wear 3 coats when you go out, you can take 2 of them off.
Can I ask you a question then about that?
Yeah, go on.
So would you recommend
Yeah.
going out like warm and potentially getting hot, or going out being cold? I'm talking about wearing 5-inch shorts and a t-shirt, but knowing you're going to warm up.
No, always go out too hot. Yeah,
interesting.
Every time.
Can you explain that?
Because you can take a jacket off to cool you down.
Okay.
But if you never warm up and you end up for a 90-minute run and you're freezing cold, coming back from that is turmoil for your body.
Why would you not warm up?
You may warm up, but your body may be working too hard to sustain the heat. And what you want to do is you want to make it you want to make it really easy for your body to train
the whole time, basically.
The whole time. So if you're warm and you're wearing enough clothes that your body doesn't have to worry about the heat, like the heat it's losing, because if your body is losing heat, it's got to generate more heat. And if it's trying to generate more heat, effectively you can't train as well because it's trying to do 2 things at once.
It's like driving your car with the aircon on.
Yeah.
It's doing 2 things.
In an electric car, so the battery's running down.
You've broken down.
Yeah.
You've called the AA. The diesel van's picked you up.
Literally.
Solid.
But like, for example, in the summer, there's a similar thing. It's like, it's hot, so you're trying to cool yourself down. So you wouldn't go outside in the summer with 2 jackets on.
No.
It just wouldn't happen.
No.
You just wouldn't do it because you'd be too hot. You already know that. It's the same principle, isn't it? It's like, but so why go out without the coats on in the winter?
I guess the only reason that's crossed my mind is I've had this conversation before with other people, and carrying a jacket, I guess, just trying to avoid it.
But that again, it's like
better for you.
Just wrap it around your waist. Like,
wrap it around your waist.
Be an 80s kid. You know what I mean? Like
it
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Buy a jacket that you can fold up and put in your back pocket. Like there is so much kit now out there.
Yeah.
There is literally so much kit. Hat, wear a bloody hat. It's so important. Hat, keep your head warm. Just keep your head warm.
I will be doing that. Yeah, probably end of this month, start of November. I need the beanie. Again, like a thin beanie that I wear.
Stick it on, take it off, put it in your pocket. I've taken off loads of things recently just to like keep myself cool. I've put too many clothes on when I go out, just because you don't know.
And it's about that practicality. So really good point, mate. So anyone listening, wear what keeps you warm at the time. Slowly take it off as your heat increases. Look after yourself.
So there you go. So specificity, and then it's conditions. Warm for so conditions is 1, wear the right clothing. Too many clothing, take it off. It's fine. And never go out with the I'll be fine. Because what if you're not, and you've just ruined the training session because you were freezing cold? Not great.
Okay.
Or just take a jacket off. Like it's really easy.
Why do I feel like I get told off when I'm sat with you sometimes?
You, I
think it's the finger pointing.
It's the finger pointing. But then, okay, let's say it's snowing. Well, why? People aren't a member of a gym. What's wrong with joining a gym for 3 months? Because you want to do your work, you want to do a session, you want to do your tempo stuff, you want to do your hill reps, even if it's hill reps. You can do this on treadmill. It's not hard. It's just not that fun. But if it keeps you in a place where you're healthy and safe, to me, that's worth tenfold.
Even someone like me who will push it sometimes, I'm not running in the snow or ice or anything like that, especially up a hill.
We all know it's nicer outside. Like it's better to do it outside. It's more fun to do it outside.
Yes.
But for 2-3 months when you're trying to be good to yourself, because there's so many blooming germs and bugs around and everyone's getting poorly, just look after yourself.
Okay.
Just be smart. Join a gym for 3-4 months. Doesn't make a difference. If you're a triathlete, just don't run and go on the bike. Like I know there's a run in the plan, but it's okay. Just do a turbo today. It's the winter. Your race isn't for like 6 months. Just run tomorrow.
Yes.
It's like, okay, just make it. But again, having a coach I'm not going outside. It's free. The ground's frozen. So I'm going to jump on the turbo.
On those days, it's like, okay, Dan, so you've put me in for this hill sprint, max effort.
Yeah.
It's snowing outside. What do you recommend?
Yeah.
And then
people get very worked up about not being able to do what's on the plan.
Specifically.
They get quite worried about it. And it's actually like, okay, let's just dial back a little bit here. It's like, let's be smart. If it's not feasible to do this, just don't do it. And
you understand what's happening. So what's the goal? So you can make that adaptation.
Yeah, you just make the tweak for them.
Of course.
As a coach, you're always on the outside, aren't you? Looking at the whole project, whereas the athlete is looking at today.
Yes.
And maybe tomorrow at best.
Yeah.
So it's that. It's train for your conditions. Like it's super important.
I'll be sticking on a jacket now, mate. I went out in a t-shirt. I was fine, but I think the further we get into October...
Yeah, it's slowly coming down, isn't it? Slowly coming down.
The 5-inch shorts are going to turn into leggings soon, I think.
Yeah, and I've made all these mistakes. Yeah. I've been freezing, like dying. I've been on the bicycle. I'll never forget this one time.
Oh, I think his bikes are colder.
Oh, bikes are worse, way worse. So I was out on the bike and turbos weren't that good back in the day. Now, a smart turbo trainer is probably more fun. Like, people love it. They love Zwift.
You're not going to get by a car.
Yeah, not going to get by a car. It's a fun story. Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And literally, like, you can just enjoy it. You just put your bibs on and do a meetup. Like, I do meetups on a Tuesday night and we just, like, hurt ourselves a little bit because it's safe, it's not a problem. Like, we did one this weekend. I was like, that's the hardest session I've probably done for quite a good few weeks. Like, it was tough. Like, but because other people are on the same platform as you and you're all together and you're talking a little bit, it's like accountability to it. So
I can see that.
Yeah, and it's like going to the track. It's the same kind of thing. Like, tracks are safer. That's a great thing, isn't it? You use a track, lights are on, the surface is better. They do get cancelled if it's icy, but even then when it's icy, it's not the same as running on a road because you haven't got the black ice because obviously it's all lit.
And you can see it.
Yeah.
I always think about my groin doing it,
like
in the ice.
Slip it. Yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah, there's injury. You can get an injury. You can't, you run in and you miss the curb because the light isn't quite as good. Oh. Little things like that, and you just twist an ankle or something. It happens. This is like, it's not uncommon. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Be adaptable to the conditions is a big one.
Yeah.
Huge one.
We had a conversation this week, didn't we, about my running route, my favourite running route, and how dark it was. So I couldn't see my hand in front of my face, and to put it frankly, I shit myself. Yeah. I was like, I can't see.
Yeah.
So that second K was slow, all right. But I wanted to get a headlamp, didn't I? I said to you, are we too cool for headlamps? You said yes. And I was like, okay. But I found one that's foldable.
Okay.
So it's one of those foldable lights, right?
Yeah,
so
I've seen them.
Because what I didn't want was that big... It's you like someone's dad.
I just find them really uncomfortable.
They look stupid, and I'm not calling people out for wearing them because they're very safe, so please wear them.
Please wear them,
But I didn't want the bulky one with the big battery pack that you just stuck with, because only parts of the run are that dark. They require it.
They have changed a lot.
Well, Instagram ads sent me what I needed to see, right?
Yeah.
It's one that I bought it today. It folds. You can stick it in your pocket in about that big. After you've used it, and the light on it's amazing. So
yeah, they've come a long way.
Lumi or something.
Lumi,
might be Lumi.
Maybe. But like the run show is an amazing place to go.
So there'll be more there.
Yeah, hundreds, mate. 100 different companies.
I just need it before January.
Yeah, but this is it, isn't it? Like,
I need it before.
I always find that comes too it's in the winter, but it's too late.
You've made all the purchases, right?
Probably, yeah, and you've had Christmas as well, and
so
it's
you're
like
broke.
Yeah,
it's a good job the protein coffee is so inexpensive.
And you
can just grab it, you know.
Yeah, you can just go there.
One of the most inexpensive recovery tools you can get.
Yeah, so you've got specificity and adapt to the conditions.
Yeah,
like they're probably two of the simplest ones.
Probably ones that people could anticipate, but just how important a coach is probably underestimated.
Yes, really, someone else just looking in and saying, maybe try this.
When you're unsure when to push or pull, coach stands in and goes, look, mate, do this.
This time of year is a big time. I actually get quite a lot of inquiries just because people then start to look. It's now and January.
Yeah,
they're quite big times. End of the season, people are reflecting, people are looking forwards. What can I do to get where I want to get?
And they want to have that dialogue.
Yeah, and it's all range of abilities. You don't have to be like a super like I have every different athlete approach me. You know, there's all sorts of different people. So it's everyone's got a goal.
Yeah,
you know, and that's why they look out to someone who can just give them advice. But yeah, okay, yeah. So specificity, adapt to your conditions. The next sort of one is like I guess those two are those. I guess specificity is difficult. You know, people probably wouldn't have thought about that as much. Adapt to conditions is quite a simple one, really, isn't it? But maybe needs to be always thought about. But then it's like, what can you change to like in my head, I always go supplements. What like 1%ers can you make? In my head, in the winter, I'm like, people are like, okay, what can I spend my money on to make me faster?
This podcast is brought to you by A1 Physique. Now, all throughout these episodes, you'll hear Coach Dan and myself talk about the importance of recovery for your training. Nothing better than collagen for instant recovery from really intense workouts. Ligaments, tendons need repair. And by encompassing this in a morning daily coffee, it becomes the easiest supplement to add into your daily routine. Available from our website, free shipping, and each cup is giving you 21 grams of that nourishing collagen protein coffee, perfect for athlete recovery, and endorsed by Coach Dan himself.
So nutrition, it's what can I spend my money on to get 1%?
I do that all year round, not just in winter, Dan. It doesn't change throughout the year.
What can I spend my money on to get 1%? Doesn't matter about nutrition.
I'll do it for 0.5%, you know.
So I always think, what supplements can I start utilizing because I've got more time? So, you know, like in the summer, everything's busy, kids,
socially
family,
and stuff.
Yeah. It's just barbecues, festivals, I don't know, meat, all sorts of stuff.
There's more daylight, so people just do.
It's more daylight. Yeah, it's more daylight. So actually, people have. You feel like you do have more time in the winter. You feel like life pauses a little bit. So the only thing I think about is navigating is Christmas.
One of the questions we got this week was about how do you stay kind of on that path of righteousness when you've got, we've got it's work, Christmas do, and, everyone's having a Guinness tonight. How do you navigate that?
So
what's your advice on that?
Like I would say, when I first got into this world and I was part of like certain organisations and things, and Christmas dues came about, and also just family stress. People probably won't but people who know me will know. But genuinely, like like truthfully, I had some real hard times. Like Christmas was tough. Like people just didn't get it.
Okay.
But I would probably say I played that card of like, no one gets it. No one understands. No,
because you would go rigid on your training.
Yeah, well, I just wouldn't change. I wouldn't be rigid. I just wouldn't change. Like I just wouldn't. It's not that I'm like trying to like do more at Christmas time. I'm just doing what I do, and you're the ones imposing on my like kind of my time.
Back off.
A little bit. It's like, why would you ever want to run on Christmas Day? It's like, whoa, like I run every day. You know, or I bike every day. Like, what do you mean? Why would I want to? Why would I
not want to?
Why would I not want to? That's why I've got Christmas Day. I've got 24 hours when, truthfully, I swear to you, thank you all so much out there. But Christmas Day is the quietest coaching day of the year. It is amazing.
Don't change that.
Last year I was actually poorly. I think I had neurovirus.
Wow.
And I did out my what now is my like bike garage shed. Did it all in a day. I wasn't like, it was one of them where I was like too poorly to do anything and be anywhere, but I could do stuff.
Yeah.
But I may need to nip to the potty.
TMI.
Yeah. And so it was like, but again, time, you have time. And I understand, I'm not saying like, you know, I'm not saying you need to train on Christmas Day, but what I'm saying is, to people, like if you truly have those people around you who get it and understand who you are and understand what you want and understand what you're doing, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting up and going out. Don't feel guilty for doing it.
Are you the only person in your family?
Yeah.
I think that answers the question.
Yeah, like I've obviously got a newborn, and if she wants to run on Christmas Day when she's 20, I'll be like, if you do what you want, it's Christmas Day. Like, it's your Christmas Day as much as it is mine. Like, this is my thing. It's like, unfortunately, I'm quite liberal, I guess. And it's like, well, if you want to do that on the day you have off because you work hard, you earn money for the family, blah, blah, blah. And that's going to make your day better. You're going to be a better person
for doing it.
Why would you ever not want to do it?
I think at the core of it, people do feel like that on Christmas Day. It is a do what you want. I think people are
but not in a selfish way, not in a you're not going out to the pub here, you ain't like drinking and coming home drunk and you can't be a better person.
It's not having an impact on anyone.
No, it's an hour, isn't it? It's an hour while someone's cooking the turkey, like, and the kids are playing with the toys. Like, but then I do get it. If you want to play with if kids want to play with toys and you want to enjoy that, and do it. But
I'm really looking forward to the first Christmas with Bonnie.
Yeah, of course. Like, it's a cool thing.
She's got so many toys in the Aldi Wooden Toy Sale. She's going to be living her best life, mate.
Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, I just trying to like share a bit of like, you know, that whole Christmas hard. It is hard, but what I'm trying to say is, you need to try and do what you can to navigate it. So if you want a day off on Christmas Day, take it. If you want a day off on Boxing Day, take it. If you want a day off on Christmas Eve, take it. It's
plan it.
Just plan it.
Okay.
You know, be you know, aware to that there will be disruption.
Because that's just, you can just plan for that.
You can, but sometimes you can't plan for the disruption. You know, there might be ad hoc disruptions which may throw you, but don't feel like you can't then. Well, I guess having a coach, I've definitely navigated people through Christmas. You know, I've helped people get through it. Genuinely, like, I don't want to do these things, but I need to do this for the family, and and that's okay. So you've got someone to lean on, and that helps.
Okay.
So training becomes a bit of a struggle because normally it follows a bit of social, but then it's a little bit of restraint, isn't it? It's like, okay, you go to a Christmas party, you don't have 5 beers, you have 3.
Yeah.
Because you know you're getting up the next day if you have 3, but you ain't if you have 5. You know, it's the same kind of thing. But the winter is a time to relax a little bit. You haven't got a race coming up. So having a couple of days here and there, but planning them in is important because you want to be social. Don't lock yourself away from the social.
I would say that's a mistake that I've made in the past.
Yes.
I've gone too hard, too like deep into the training.
Yeah.
And sort of neglected a little bit of social.
Yep.
I liked doing it and I got a lot out of doing that.
Yep.
And now I'm in a place where, you know, my family need me a bit more, so I just balance that a bit more. My friends want to see me more, so I suppose for Christmas I would say this year I'm going to spend more time doing social things than I have for the past 2 Christmases.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. But it's, again, if you don't run or go to the gym, you'll be unhappy,
and that's what I mean.
You can't deny that.
one of the ways I get around it, is I do all my running sort of 5-6 in the morning.
Yeah,
so it just has no impact on anyone else.
It's that, isn't it? It's limit the impact. Like, you may get up a bit tireder, but you will feel so much more fulfilled, and you'll be a better dad to your child by doing it.
100%.
And I'm not trying to preach to people that you need to do these things to be a better dad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's for you, for your core, for your soul, for your journey in life.
Endorphins, happiness.
Everything. It's because it's a tough time to navigate, but it is navigating it well, and that's what you need to do to have the best time as well. You can't just, because not training is going to make you a bit unhappy. It just will, because you'll be like, well, I've just not trained for a week, and I've had every single calorie that's moved in the house. But even if you then eat a bit more on Christmas Day, eat a bit more over the Christmas period, but you've continued to do a bit of training, you're just recovering faster. It's not a problem. Like, don't worry about the calories. The calories will come off. This is a temporary thing. Like, calories are just calories. At the end of the day, you pull them on and take them off. It's not a massive issue.
One of the questions I wanted to ask you today was about calorie intake. Do you eat more in the winter?
In the winter?
Not just Christmas, but just winter.
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say...
I love a winter bulk.
Yeah, a winter bulk.
Stick a jumper on, nobody knows.
But it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing. However, so that is, I will pick up on that. But
okay.
So we were talking about supplements and nutrition.
Well, it fits into nutrition.
It is, yeah. Remember that, and I think that is a really good point.
Okay.
Because it does fit into nutrition. So but I would say, first of all, be smart over Christmas times. Eat a little bit more and do not feel guilty. I'm not saying eat everything, but I'm saying it will not be a permanent thing. Don't be that guy who just doesn't eat some Cadbury's Heroes because you think it's going to ruin
you ain't going to tell me twice, mate.
It's going to ruin your marathon. It's not going to.
I could set a world record for how many chocolates I can eat in a day.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's cool. Like, eating chocolates is good fun.
That is a sport.
One of my things is now I just don't take anything off the table. Like, never. I'll do something before a race. Before Nice, I took Coca-Cola off the I took Coke Zero off the table. Didn't have Coke Zero for like 6 weeks.
Why?
It's just a mental thing. It's like I'm sacrificing this thing that I quite enjoy.
So you're like a monk?
To do, well, not really. It's only Coke Zero. It's not that good for you anyway. It's not like I'm sacrificing water.
I might have revegged that a little bit. Turned you into Gandhi or something.
Yeah. It's like Coke Zero. I shouldn't drink it anyway, really.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So like, but that's just for a race, like specifically for a race, for my a mental edge. Whereas I don't take anything off the table at any time of the year, really. Because as soon as you start banning things, it's bad news.
What's the experience you've had of doing that where it's gone wrong?
Oh, you just binge. So if you take chocolate off a table for like, I don't know, let's say 6 months or something, there's a very high possibility by the time you get to Christmas and you earn another chocolate, you're going to eat all of them.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like a binge thing, isn't it?
I've been there. I've done it.
Yeah. It's not great. We probably all have. Most people who've listened to it. If you haven't, then flipping heck, like I feel like it's good.
Do you know how I get around it?
How?
In Aldi, they sell these chocolate bars. They're called Dreamy.
Dreamy.
They are 70 calories each.
Okay.
They go. I'll stick them in the fridge. Yeah. You can have a debate about fridge chocolate. Up to you.
I'm fridge chocolate every time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Psychopaths that leave it outside the fridge.
Oh, mate.
Let it melt. Weird.
Oh, literally had this conversation last night with a girlfriend.
Weird.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Stick them in the fridge. Makes them a bit more chewy. Lasts a bit longer.
Bit crunch. Bit of a bite.
Yeah. It's like a Milky Way rip-off, basically. Yeah. Aldi are good at that. Cuthbert.
Mate, I put biscuits in the fridge.
With chocolate on?
Just biscuits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wild.
I know.
Do you just like the cold?
The crunch.
I'll give it a go.
Change your life.
Yeah, but that's how I get around it, mate. 70 calories. I have probably one most days, and it's just a little.
Yes, fair. But you don't take them off table. You just adapt to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
fair.
That's right.
Yeah. So winter nutrition. Yeah. Again, I still haven't mentioned any kind of advantage. It's just navigating things. But yeah.
Okay. I can give you one.
Go on then.
As long as it doesn't interject your thought.
No.
Cool. So I wanted to say on the subject of biscuits, Dan, how biscuits have just changed my life.
Oh, okay. This is good though.
The biscuits have changed my life.
This is it's on a nutrition topic, I suppose.
So
yeah,
I have, for anyone who's interested, been on a bit of a health journey recently. I've been trying to figure out, WTF is wrong with me. I couldn't gauge why my heart rate was spiking and I was feeling like I couldn't perform.
You also got a little bit of bad advice, didn't you, from the doc?
Very bad advice.
Yeah, they're only doing their best, I
Yeah,
guess. They're not sports docs.
They thought it might have been kind of asthmatic. It's definitely not. Actually, the inhaler exacerbated the problem. What it was probably thrashing myself, fasted, affecting the way my body reacts, essentially.
Yeah.
And what Coach Dan's advice was, have a couple of biscuits, Brad, before you go out for a run. Now, as a previous fat guy, the thought of eating biscuits in the morning...
I've mentioned it before on the pod, haven't I?
Yeah, but
the funniest thing is, I've mentioned it on the pod, but went over your head because you weren't in the moment to listen to it.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
It
Not
does.
in a, yeah.
But now where it's impacted me, what we've surmised between us is that doing fasted training has affected my body. It affected my thyroid, potentially.
Yeah.
And therefore, my hormones, and therefore my effort. So by having 3 biscuits...
It's nothing crazy, is it? It's just
3
something.
biscuits this week, hasn't my performance transformed?
Like, weirdly.
It's just different.
But I honestly, like, some people have to do fasted training because it's just life.
I do half a protein coffee.
Yeah.
I then have 3 biscuits.
Yeah.
And then when I get back, I finish the other half of the protein coffee because it's in a hot cup.
I would probably say that I've improved since I've stopped. It took a bit of time to adapt.
Yeah.
It does, because it's like, oh, I've got food in me. This is weird.
I felt sick the first time.
Yeah, it could take a week or two, but you gotta have something in there. You gotta have it. Half of it, I think, is like a tongue, brain, glucose, glycogen response that says I've got stuff coming in. It's ready.
Just kickstarts everything.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
but it's made a profound difference to me.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that out there for people, because if you are somebody that's struggling, the way it manifested for me personally was I would do an effort which should be easy, and my heart rate would be saying something different
because it's your body's working hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this week my performance has transformed and I feel better than ever.
Heart rate's dropped
amazingly.
Yeah.
Ready for race day, mate.
Yeah, ready for race day already. Like, one thing to that is, when you start with biscuits, and then you'll be able to hold more food, and people worry that actually they're like, oh, it's more calories, and it's like, there's general studies out there, like Peter Attia is a really famous health science podcaster, amazing podcast, way bigger than our podcast, and
one day,
and he basically says the only way to truly lose weight is to control your calories. It's got nothing to do with exercise. It's got nothing to do with sleep. Well, sleep does help because it doesn't release cortisol. It's all to do with calories. Fasted doesn't help because at the end of the day, your body doesn't care.
It's a mathematical equation, right? Calories in, calories out.
A little bit, yeah. It's like there are other things, you could have a slow, I don't know, hormonal thing, something actual medical that's going to play with your body. And, there are people out there with all sorts of things. But genuinely, 2,000 calories through the day is 2,000 calories. It doesn't matter when you get it in.
No.
So this is my loop round to my nutrition.
Here we are.
There are better ways to take that in, and then there are also things that can help you with stuff like that. So in the winter, nutrition, supplements, dial into your supplements. It is a time when you can be spot on and make those 1% even more. In the summer, when you are busier, like daylight's more, etc., I don't know. People tend to even work more in the summer, don't they? Like businesses do slow a little bit in the winter. I find that everything is on a slight
Christmas hats come out in November.
Yeah, literally silly things like that. So like, get a whey shake. This whey after every session if you need to. Every session. Now they do those, like I'm on the clear whey stuff.
You said,
yeah, it's just so much easier to drink. I'm like, yep, fine, that's 20 grams of protein.
Do you know what I do with my whey?
Pull it in
porridge.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
porridge.
Perfect. Yeah,
so I have it with my breakfast.
Pull it in your breakfast. The one thing I'll say about that is, again, you can do that, but like in my head, I'm like, train, shake, train, shake, train, shake, train, shake.
I just use the coffee.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Of course, or the coffee.
So I use the coffee for the instant, and the whey is
But
for
I'll
the
have
day.
that before.
Yes.
So then I'm like collagen before, whey after.
Yeah.
But then in that way, I'm like, you gotta have some creatine in there.
So if I go creatine first thing in the morning before I do anything.
Which is fine because you train straight after.
Straight
so
away.
You've got you either have creatine because it's in your system, so it's either before or after. It doesn't make a difference. You're either recovering or utilising.
Yes.
Same sort of thing. Like we said before, haven't we? You have to have it in.
Yep.
But like, it's a time to use it. Like some people, there's still this like whole water retention. No, just get it in. Because in the summer, like if in the summer, in the winter, you've got these big training blocks. Utilise these things that can help you recover. Like creatine. 10 milligrams a day minimum.
What did you say about water retention?
So creatine, it's big. It's a big thing. It's like
you get the water bloat.
It stores more water
in the muscle though.
Well, yeah.
So it's not. Yeah, it's fine.
No, but people like worry about weight gain
but it's water.
It's water.
Yeah. Do you know? Someone messaged me who watches this podcast and asked me why I never talk about the A1 Physique water retention tablets. So I thought I would just mention it.
Yeah.
When you said that, I thought. That's why I used it in the first place. So, because I'm somebody who smashes carbs, has loads of creatine.
Yeah.
I do get water retention.
Well, with more carbs, you
comes
have
more water.
Comes more water. Yeah.
So, it's our secret bestseller. So, if you're somebody that suffers with it, that's weird. That we sell obviously loads of the coffee, but the water tablets just fly. I think loads of people silently suffer with water retention.
I think people just like. They're doing these things for these gains, but yet they don't want the
aesthetic. They want to disappear.
Yeah, which is fine, isn't it? Like aesthetics are a big thing for a lot of people, and if there's something you can do to use it, you like to not have it, you may as well.
And it's just herbs.
Yeah,
all it is dandelion, parsley. It's just really sort of soft herbs.
Yeah, so they just basically soak up water. Like
it's like a herbal instruction to the body to just release the extra water.
Oh, okay.
So if you get any excess water storage, because you need water. Yeah. The excess, you just wee it out.
And some people, just
straightforward.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
If you're suffering, have a look.
There you go.
Why not?
So it's creatine, whey, and collagen. I'd say like the three main ones. But then there's magnesium before bed.
Love magnesium.
So there's different types. Like I remember I had a famous conversation with someone on a run, and they were like, "Magnesium's the same," and I said,
"It's not."
I know.
It's not though, is it?
I know. But, it's just knowledge, and it's just one of them things. It's an element. There are lots of different types of magnesium.
Yes.
So you can buy better ones. I use a company called Magnesium Breakthrough on Amazon. But then, like, Pillar Performance do one. So there's loads of different ones. But you want a complex one. You want one with lots of different types of magnesium in it to help you support sleep. 30 minutes to an hour before. Utilise your sleep. Sleep better in the winter. You'll recover better. You'll train better. Massive, huge one.
I think sleep is easier in the winter because it's darker as well. So I'm finding it at the moment. It's a lot easier to get to sleep earlier.
But it's a lot easier to get up. It's a lot harder to get up.
It is hard to get up. Yeah.
Vitamin D. You have to have vitamin D in the winter.
Well, you said daylight's going.
Have to.
So I take a D supplement all year. I did one of those tests you can order where you can do like a genetic test to see what you're predisposed to.
Yeah.
It said you are at major risk of vitamin D,
like depletion or like low. Yeah.
So I take a year-round supplement, but I will double down in winter.
I do if it hasn't been very sunny, but I take it liquid.
Even better then.
Yeah, it's much better than a pill.
Okay,
much better than a pill. And vitamin C every day
as a supplement.
Yeah, just an Everessence tab, 1,000 milligrams with zinc. Bang.
I take a magnesium and zinc tab.
Okay. Yeah.
Better on empty stomach, apparently, those.
I would, do you know what? I had this conversation with someone.
It just says online, that's the best.
Yeah, I tend to take my magnesium, my C, what else? My iron before bed. It's just easier. I just remember it. I just remember to do it.
I just got I'm supposed to rattle down. I've got so many supplements.
No, but it's
taking my lunch.
That edge, isn't it?
But the one I do that you haven't mentioned, I think, is omega-3.
Yes, omega-3, really important.
Yeah.
And again, I'll just take it in the evening.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but also we just spent about £200 for people, so.
Yeah, guys, don't do all this. Because you've already got a trainer addiction as well, so you're going to be stuffed.
So it's bringing those things in slowly.
Yeah.
Which is important. Yeah. So winter weight, quickly.
Okay.
Winter weight, yes, it's fine to gain.
So I can go bulking on whatever I want.
Maybe not bulking, but like if you gain a couple of kilograms through the winter.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, but like if you're training well still, what effectively happens is with a little bit more weight becomes a little bit more protection.
Power. I find more power.
Yeah, so you are fueling your muscles for recovery.
Yeah.
So what happens is you're like protecting your ligaments, tendons, everything's getting the right amount of calories, if not a few more, and I don't remember seeing someone get a stress fracture who was like of healthy weight.
Okay.
Like people sometimes see the winter as a time to lose weight because they're like, oh yeah, a bit more chilled, not racing and stuff like that. And it's like, probably not a good idea, especially when it's cold.
So bulk up a little bit, take it sensibly.
Well, yeah, not bulk, but just like utilize.
See how hard I'm trying to get you to say bulk.
Yeah,
I would love to say bulk.
But it's a time to be more relaxed.
Okay.
We don't have to see your abs at this time of year. We want to protect your training.
I don't think we've got much left at the minute, to be fair. I'll get the right light and have another look.
Yeah. So like what we say, specificity, train,
adapt to conditions and nutrition.
And nutrition, yeah. So like, yeah.
Can I sort of try and dispel any myths then that people might have about winter? So I already asked you about my one, which is, should I go out a bit cold and then hope to warm up? You're like, absolutely not. Fine. Do you burn more calories in the cold? So is your cold muscle burning more calories?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, because you've literally got to heat yourself up.
So it's more like a...
But if you were warmer, so you wore more jackets, it would be the same.
The calories would be the same?
Yeah, because you're just...
So you're not really burning more, but what you're saying is you might be sacrificing effort.
You're sacrificing that. You're working harder.
So you're working harder, but you're going to be poorer.
If you stood in the cold... This is just my thoughts. I've never tested this. Okay. I could be wrong. If you stood in the cold for 12 hours or stood in an ambient sun for 10 hours, you'd lose water but you wouldn't really lose calories probably, but in the cold you would be shivering and you would probably lose more calories. You know what I mean? It would your body would be trying harder to stay warm.
Because it's got to keep its core temperature.
Yeah, it's got to keep its core temperature up.
Interesting.
Whereas in the sun, you probably just lose water.
Okay, so you could burn more calories on a cold run, potentially warming up at the start. Potentially.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
All right. You get what I mean? Like
I do. Yeah.
The cold air is really quite dangerous for you.
You struggled then?
Nah, not elastic. Elasticated? Nope.
That's two. Do you want to have another go?
You will take a muscle that is tight and then just go bang.